Greg Powers, TexasFootball.com, Dave Campbell's Texas Football. And like we do every week, we're joined by one of the top Lone Star State prospects. This week we have Jalon Peoples from Cedar Hill High School. Jalon, thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Nice to meet you.
Man, Cedar Hill had a great season on the field last year. You had a really strong year. You've been standing out on the field, ever since that first moment you stepped out. I think it was the game against Allen was the first time I saw you play.
Yes, sir.
Kind of talk about playing for Cedar Hill, what it's like playing there, and give us some perspective on being a Longhorn.
Playing for Cedar Hill is big. I mean, I had 3 brothers come through, so me being the fourth one coming through, I'm just stepping up to the plate. I mean, playing for Cedar Hill is not easy. I mean, you're surrounded by great coaches, great community, great players, so it's going to push you every day to be the best you can be.
Talk about playing cornerback. I mean, I feel like that's the one position on the field where you have to have so much swagger and confidence in your abilities to step up and try to play against the other team's top wide receiver every week. I mean, just kind of talk about playing that position and your love for that position.
I mean, I love corner ever since I played it. I mean, corner is not an easy position. I mean, you got to be confident in everything that you do. You got to take that rep serious every rep. I mean, corner, like, you're going up against, like you said, the top dudes in the nation. So you got to be on your P's and Q's every rep, every snap. Like everything has to be perfect. I mean, like, corner is one of the hardest positions on the field. So I mean, whenever you play in that position, you just got to have that dog mentality. Like you just got to be like, I can do it. Like, you got to have all the confidence. Like, and that's it.
Anybody you look up to in college or the NFL that you feel like is somebody that you mimic on the field, or somebody who you feel like brings something that you try to incorporate into your game?
My brothers, I say for sure. I mean, my brothers go hard every single day, and so like whenever I see them go hard, it just pushes me to go harder. So I mean, but in NFL, like, my favorite corner is Jalen Ramsey. Like, I love him. I love his game. I love the way he play. Like, I love his confidence. Like, he feel like he the best on the field, and like that's the type of swag you have to have whenever you play a corner.
As a Cowboys fan, man, you said a name that I still, to this day, if we would have drafted Jalen Ramsey, I think things would be different. So that's one that kind of stings my heart, but I know what you're talking about, that he's a great player.
Yes, sir.
I know you have a lot of colleges that have been coming after you so far. I think that you were our recruit of the week, as a matter of fact, when you named your top 5. And
yes, sir.
Correct me if I get the schools wrong. I'm doing them off of memory. I think you had Baylor in there, SMU, Kansas, Iowa, and Texas Tech. Is that the right list? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what was it about those programs that kind of jumped out to you, made you feel like that's one of the 5 schools I'm going to play for?
Whenever they first just talked to me, I mean, I knew it was love from there. They all stayed in contact with me, made sure I'm good, made sure my family good. Like with me, it's not all about just recruiting me. Like, you have to recruit my family too, because my family has to know I'm safe wherever I go. So I feel like those top 5 schools really did that thing, and so that's why they are in the top
5. Big news is coming for everybody that's involved in the recruiting process. You're about to be able to take some visits and go out and see some schools for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Are there any schools that you have circled that you have set official visits to, or which schools do you plan on going out and seeing?
I'm planning on taking my official visit June 4th to Kansas. Then I got the 11th, I'm going to Iowa. Then the 18th through 20th, I'm going to Texas Tech. Then the 25th, I'm going to Baylor. So I have one more OV left.
Gotcha. And you have a decision date set? Is that right?
Yes, sir. I will be coming in July 1st.
Man, congratulations. Big news is definitely coming down the pipeline. When you go on these visits, now you have to try to decide that one. What are you going to be looking for, like, when you step foot on campus?
Just the coaches' love. I mean, just like the whole community, the locker room, the facility, like really the community. Because, like, I want to go to school to where I know I'm going to be safe and I'm going to be protected by everybody. And I know I can have people that can reach out to me. Like, it's not really so much about football. Like, that's a big step. Like that's where I'm going to be for the next 3 to 4 years. So I want to make sure I'm good. The coaches take me in, like, as I'm their own, just really treating me and my family right.
Texas football and Dave Campbell's Texas football, we always have our eye on in-state programs. So I am going to ask you a little bit more about some of those schools. And I got to start with Joey Mcguire, who used to be the head coach at Cedar Hill. You never got to play for him. He's been gone too long now, coaching in college, but I know that he has a strong connection to that high school. Coach Lynn has done a great job carrying on all the tradition there. Baylor's one of your top schools. Is Coach Mcguire playing a part in that, or is Baylor kind of setting themselves off in a different way?
Coach Mcguire plays a big part of that. I mean, he checks up on me every single day. Like, he calls me, make sure my family good, make sure I'm good, make sure school going good, like, make sure I need anything. Like, Coach McGuire is like a dad. I mean, he makes sure I'm good every single day. And then, the coach, like, they get on you about football stuff. Like, he'll get on me if I do something wrong, and then I just correct it. Like, Coach McGuire is like a great guy. He's a great man.
I did a story a couple months ago about just looking at the NFL draft and talking about defensive players in the state of Texas have a good chance of actually getting drafted into the league in college. And Texas Tech has been a program that's done a pretty good job of that, sending a couple linebackers, most recently big name guys into the NFL draft. And that's one of your schools. What do you like about the Red Raiders?
Like Texas Tech, I mean, I love it. I mean, I love their facility. I love coaches. I love Coach Hodges. I love Coach Wells. Like, all of them. I love all of them. I love Coach Jones. I mean, they all stay in contact with me. Just like I said, like, they stay in contact with me every day of the week. Like, just to make sure I'm good, like, make sure my family good, and just make sure I'm good, like, as an individual.
SMU, man, I don't want to say they came out of nowhere, but SMU has really been building something special in the Dallas area. You don't yet have an official visit set to SMU, but they are in your top 5. What keeps the Mustangs on that list?
SMU, what keeps them on the list is, I mean, my brother goes to school there and plays there. That's one. And, like, I've been there a couple of times. Like, I took a visit there. I mean, SMU is a great place.
I know every year in and year out, Cedar Hill has a state championship circled, and that's a dream. I know that you guys have the goal of winning the state championship. You did lose some good players, namely your quarterback who went on to Tennessee, Caden Salter, has left the program. I mean, he graduated, he has to.
Yes,
but y'all have a lot of talent coming back. Just like every year, the program there seems to reload, not reset. What does Cedar Hill have to do to win a state championship next year, and how's the team shaping up?
I mean, the team shaping up pretty good. I mean, we have to get better and better, every single day. Like the main goal is to get 1% better every day as a team. And once we do that, and once everybody buy in, I feel like we can be unstoppable.
That's Jalon Peoples, one of the top players in the Lone Star State, regardless of position, and definitely one of the top cornerback prospects in the nation. Thanks for the time, man. Thanks for joining us this week on Texas Football Today, and good luck with that big decision coming up on July 1st.
Yes, sir. Thank you.